So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right, over on the left you've got your window switches, you've got your door locks right here, you've got the toggle for the rear mirror adjustment right here, you've got your door latch. You got a nice rubberized grab handle right here, which is also on the other side of the vehicle as well. Features nice TRD branding on the door as well. I'll showcase that when I get to the passenger side. To the right of that, you've got lighting options for the headlights. You have the dim level for the gauge cluster, so you basically push it and it'll brighten or lower the gauge cluster lighting. Automatic headlights, traction control off, the 120 volt. You can turn on the lift for the bed. Then you have some auxiliary buttons that you can kind of plug in should you need them. Then you have a button for the rear light for the bed as well. And you have some blank spots as well should you want to, it's an off-road capable vehicle, so if you want to put some light bars, things like that, other than these aux ones. Moving to that gauge cluster, so it is a full digital crisp clear display. There's multiple options and settings you can kind of cycle through like this. So you got like the battery and the oil level over there, the miles per gallon. You have the boost pressure of the iForce engine, as well as over on the right is kind of the off-road, I guess, screen you could say, showcasing just kind of the articulation angles of the vehicle. Some more screens. So how I was adjusting those options up there is over here on the left you have left and right. You can cycle through up and down as well. You got a back button, phone, volume controls, and talk button as well. Over on the right of the steering wheel, you have your different cruise control settings, as well as lane assist options and the tuner buttons as well. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. The engine start stop button is located top right behind the steering wheel. It features TRD branding and it's nice and red. And then you have the navigation display. So there's basically 5 main pages, as you can see over on the left. So you got a navigation, music or audio, phone, vehicle, and settings. So this is just the big map of where I currently am on the navigation, music, whatever you're listening to, phone. There's no phone connected. I'm currently using it to record this. Under vehicle, so you got trip information, current history. Yeah, vehicle alerts as well. Nothing to alert, obviously. Under settings, so this is the vendor that sends me these cars. Oh, these are their phones. Accessibility, date, time, keyboard, name it, you can change it. Notifications, Wi-Fi, display, you can adjust different options. Sound, media, navigation, voice, search, vehicle customize. Let's go in there for a second so you can customize your lighting, door control, climate, utility, software update, you name it, you can pretty much change it. Behind that navigation display is a nice removable JBL speaker. So it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you push that button and you hear it pop up with a spring, and you can actually remove this and use this outside the vehicle. In your office, if you're at a campsite, is probably the most utilized where this will be, but you could just use it in your office if you're going to work. Coming down from there, you have your volume controls, a nice big knob right in the center, your vents. HVAC controls are all buttons, which I like. Over to the left, you have a heated steering wheel button, but everything else is just in the center. Both the driver and passenger get 3 levels of heated or ventilated seats that'll light up red up here, blue down here. The temperature is displayed in the center of these 2 knobs, which you can then sync. Hazard button is located over here. Down from there, you have a charging pad right here. On the right of that charging pad, you have 2 USB-C plugs tucked back here. And you have an old school smoker's plug tucked right there as well. You got a spot right here next to this nice rubber grab handle, which can hold folders or whatever. Then you have the gear lever. So that is branded in TRD, which is really nice. So you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And then once you're in drive, you can knock it over and you can select your own gears in the sport mode. To the left of that, you've got a parking brake latch, as well as the hold button. So the hold button is for if you are at a red light and you want to kind of stretch your leg because you've been just stop and go traffic all day. You can put your foot on the brake, push this, and the vehicle will hold for you. Basically pretend that it's, you know, holding that brake for you, and then you can release it and go about your business. So you have right here, it's kind of glared out by the light, but it says 4 low, 4 high, and 2 high. Now that is the 4-wheel drive system, and it is located and controlled at the bottom of this dial. And I'll get to the rest of the dial when after I'm done this 4-wheel drive. But you see this little spot on the left, you'll click that in and then twist this. Now, like any vehicle, you must go into neutral to get to 4 low, but 4 high, you heard the vehicle dinging at me, you can just click in there. Been leaving it 2 high for most of the time. Now, on top of that 4-wheel drive bottom portion of that dial, you have 4 different options. So you have the drive mode, the DAC crawl, the MTS system, and the tow haul. So right now it's currently set. You push the button you want to control and then you can twist the dial. So right now it's set on drive mode, and then I can twist and go between different drive modes. So sport, normal, eco, and those are the drive modes. So they kind of changed the color scheme of the gauge cluster as well. So once that kind of disappears, it'll be a kind of a different color. So like the sport would be more red, but you can also, if you hit tow haul, you'll have the tow haul, displayed up on the dash. The MTS is currently unavailable because I'm not in 4 low. Same with the crawl control options. But if you go into 4 low, which obviously go in the neutral first, and twist this over 4 low, you'll have more control of the vehicle. Back into the right of that, you have a tow button that'll kind of help out with that. You have a view button, so you push that, you can see around the vehicle. So I'm currently parked right up against a curb. Push it again, disappears. You have a rear locker and then stabilizer bar disconnect, and then kind of just a blank spot right there. Coming back from there, you have 2 cup holders currently holding my gimbal. Got your armrest, revealing about 6 Coke cans worth of space is my usual measurement. And you go to the passenger side, so features nice Tacoma branding. There is a shelf right here about the thickness of, I don't know, 1st generation iPhone. And then you got your glove box. Give you a better look at that passenger door. So I mentioned it has that nice TRD branding right there, grab handle, kind of a rugged shelf situation going. Passenger seats matching to the rear. So the front gets a sunroof, or the front row gets a sunroof. All the controls are right up here. Sunglass holder as well. And then nice camera for the rear. So, if you want to see exactly what's going on, you got the mirror, see what's in the back if you have a kiddo, like I do. But then if you just want to kind of see what's going on out back, you can just flick that down and get the camera view, which is a really nice feature. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. If there is a feature or setting I didn't go in depth enough on and you have some questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. You do not have to stumble upon my video when it's this is a fresh new vehicle. If you are in the market for one of these and it is 2026, 2027 down the line, and he's like 2 or 3 years on the market, and you just don't have them manual in your glove box, and you have some questions, no question is stupid. You just don't know what the vehicle has because you don't have the manual and it's not kind of a fresh vehicle anymore. So if you have any questions like that, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I'm finding my videos are kind of having more life on the used car market. But other than that, thanks for watching.